I love self challenges. I'm telling you, and they don't have to cost a dime. And I especially love self challenges when it helps me figure out ways that I could actually keep some more of my own hard earned money. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and I truly love, love, love helping others and including myself keep some more of our own hard earned money. When you think of money, as the valuable thing that it is an exchange of services. It is a medium, a vehicle of which we can exchange services of goods and products. Now, let me tell you something, and we all need it. Like it or not, we have to have money. Just saying. And there are very simple ways that we could make life a little bit easier by trimming down our most valuable asset. We could trim down our valuable asset of how we choose to spend our discretionary money. Discretionary money is the money of which you have wiggle room. You know for a fact, like there are other things that are not discretionary, okay? For example, in your specific budget, our specific budgets, what we need to spend on shelter, what we need to spend on. I mean, shelter is a little bit more flexible in a way, but if you know that you're already on a lease, let's say, for example, you know that you're going to pay X number of dollars every single month towards the rent. Am I right or am I right? So there's not that much flexibility unless you decide to move, okay? And even that costs money. But when I'm talking about, let's say, areas like going to the grocery store, our food budget, entertainment, what we spend on entertainment. Okay. Now, we have the holiday seasons now. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, we're in the Bur Months, as I call them. They are absolutely my most favorite time of the year, the Bur Months from September all the way through to the end of December. I love the Bur Months. Okay. But the Bur Months could also mean BER months will soon be equaling the BRRRR months, right? When it gets a little chilly and we're spending extra money on heating and so on and so forth, of course, depending upon where you live. But let's narrow it down. Okay, so let's stay a little bit of laser focus. All right. So, like the title suggests, I said $35 as part of the challenge. How can you, if at all, spend less? How can you manage to save $35 or even more on your next grocery haul? But Jen, before you know it, it's the Thanksgiving haul. Well, let me tell you something. This is the time of the year where you get to stock up and save. You have to look at it that way. Sometimes you have to spend to save, if you will. But if you're getting a good value out of it, as far as I'm concerned, that is $35 literally saved. Now, sometimes you have to put out the actual cash in order to get the actual value. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but if you think about it. However, there are also, in addition to that, with the value, there are ways and there are ways. One of the ways we need to do is to become more actually aware of our stockpile, of our inventory, in our active stockpile, in our pantries, in our freezers, and our refrigerators, of which many times people overlook. Let's make a decision that the next grocery haul, we are determined to walk away with a slightly lower bill and still get everything we need and then some. Do you think that's at all possible? I do. How do we start? By becoming laser focused. By now, most people know a lot of the rules. They just don't apply it because many people listen to many wonderful, with amazing, beyond amazing, frugal information. I could just drown myself watching the other frugal channels and their wonderful content creators who are committed to the cause of helping other people just get the it factor of how to keep and reutilize its own hard earned money, whether it's putting it away in savings. Here's the thing though, you really have to want to do it. You see, that's my attitude in life. You have to really, really want to do. I could sit here now if I ever wanted to and decide to give you a listicle video. What's a listicle video? It's those videos that oftentimes you'll hear five different ways to do this, three different ways to do that, 10 different ways to do that. And out comes the list, number one, number two, number three. And sometimes I'll make a listicle video, of course, sometimes. This is more of the area of a motivation to want to save. And what makes it the challenging part, not only to save in terms of money that we're forking out, but to be able to obtain better monetary value. Now, step one is literally like walk over to your active pantry. What do you have? Okay. Do you have unidentifiable flying objects in the back of your refrigerator? Hmm, that's never good. That's never a good thing. Why? Because that means automatically, well, almost automatically, that food may have really gone bad, and that is never good. So, suggestion number one to get the ball rolling in the right direction, clean out refrigerator. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to stay on top of cleaning out my refrigerator about every 7 to 10 days. And I get into it more in a specific video in the not so distant future next week. One of the strongest things that I highly recommend is that you corral your stuff. Divide your stuff. When I clean out my refrigerator every single 7 days to 10 days, all I'm doing is removing trays with things in them, things that have been compartmentalized by myself. At a glance, when I open my refrigerator door, I can immediately see what I'm doing. You see, if you don't know what's in that refrigerator that holds the food that you paid with your hard earned money, again, I reiterate, hard earned money paid for, you want to increase your savings. We increase our savings and we increase our value by becoming more aware. Sometimes becoming more aware of things requires a little work, a little effort, and that's okay, because sometimes I see people requiring a lot of effort to doing things that, well, in my honest, maybe is not as important as looking ahead for a more secure future to continue to live below our means. Sometimes we have a devil may care attitude when it comes to money and we end up spending unnecessarily. But that's its own show. Trust me on that. I could sit down and probably talk about things like that for at least an hour. The major focus this time is let's get started to start saving more on our grocery bill. All right. It starts at the grassroots, it starts at your refrigerator. Challenge number one, clean out your refrigerator. Challenge number two, know what is going on in the remainder of your assets, your other assets, such as your pantry, active pantry, and of course your stockpile. Is there anything missing? A stockpile is something that is an everlasting, almost like an ever living and breathing thing. It is up to us to manage these things. And by being a little more diligent, observing the sales, utilizing sales to the likings of what your family actually uses, like for example, I don't need 25-pound bag of rice. Okay. First of all, number one, I'm not that fond of rice. Okay. I like it. I don't love it. I think it's a great supplement. Yes, I think it's inexpensive. Yes, I like it. I don't love it. I'm not going to invest 25-pound bag of rice. And anyway, when you have a small family that doesn't really care for rice, that's ridiculous. Maybe my family cares more for something different, like pasta. I'm just using that as an example. Or canned beans, okay? I like canned beans better than dried beans. That's me. I'm not saying there's any right or wrong. Some areas are cheaper than other. Yeah, dried beans are cheaper and they last of more duration. They actually do. But canned beans and peas are a wonderful thing to keep in your stockpile. And if your family uses it, that's what's most important. Now, the Thanksgiving sales coming up. This is the time. Honestly, take your time and read. Read ahead of time. Be prepared. Be armed and ready when it comes to knowledge. Knowledge is power. I'm telling you, I could just foresee a wonderful thing. A reduction on your grocery bill, stockpiles getting filled up even bigger, refrigerators getting used up even faster, so there is no food waste because we're staying on top of our stuff and keeping them clean. And you will see not only just, let's say, for example, a $35 reduction on your grocery bill, but you will see actually beyond hundreds in your foreseeable future of value. There you go. Have an amazing, fantastic remainder of your weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to come back at midnight on Sunday night for the very first of the week. Yes, 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 for the first of the week, Instant Coffee with Jan show. And I want to let you know that I really care about every single one of you. Thank you for making my day, your wonderful comments. You are very valued. You are very appreciated. Don't forget to click like, share, and what? Click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Take good care. Good night.